Here's a quick question that is sure to tug at your heartstrings. Is it okay to adopt a purebred pet? It is no secret that people love animals. Especially in the age of social media, cute pet videos are absolutely everywhere. And one more consequence of the age of social media is the mob of people looking to stand on your neck the minute you do something the least bit questionable. And for some, this includes the simple act of obtaining a pet through a breeder as opposed to rescuing from a shelter. And these people are really passionate about their stance. To their credit, they have increased awareness of unethical breeders who subject their animals to inhumane conditions. And while we can safely say that puppy mills and other breeders who mistreat or neglect or place their animals in unsafe conditions are objectively bad, not all breeders or shelters are created equal. So if you are dead set on a pet of a certain breed, is it possible for you to pursue your dream pet ethically? Before you start posting in all caps, let's look at some facts. For starters, humans have been selectively breeding animals for literally millennia. It's literally how we have domestic pet breeds in the first place. Our ancestors chose specimens with certain characteristics and/or temperaments that they liked, and by selecting which ones to breed across many generations, they were able to engineer different breeds that could help with different tasks, possess certain physical features, and just be generally more suited for life around families, kids, and be really heckin' cute. Unfortunately, a lot of those times this would involve inbreeding, which involves taking two genetic relatives and having them reproduce. Many of the characteristics that have come to define certain dog breeds, such as snout, ears, body shape, coat, and so on, we can likely attribute to inbreeding. And many times this also came with side effects. Many inbred offspring were prone to health problems, deformities, and other genetic defects. This may already sound scandalous, but let's face it, humans did their own version of this. And you need only look at the portrait of many an aristocrat to see all of the various ways that inbreeding can go wrong. I mean, look at this guy. Yeesh. Now, luckily, inbreeding or line breeding is a lot more frowned upon today than it was previously. But even if the practice is less common, but still not eliminated, many long-term effects are still experienced by their descendants. It's why purebred pets are more prone to certain long-term health issues, like scrunchy-faced breeds who are more prone to breathing problems, and why German Shepherds, for instance, are prone to more hip problems later on in life. Worse yet, many pedigree dogs are suffering neurological issues like seizures because their skulls have literally been bred to be too small for their brain. For some, it's this reality that makes the practice of pet breeding unethical on its face, even before you factor in the substantial price tag. But even health problems aside, others argue that animal shelters are already jam-packed with hundreds of potential pets that need good homes. And a lot of these shelters end up euthanizing animals that go too long without being adopted. The way they see it, every purebred dog that gets bought takes away a potential home for a shelter animal. And that's before you factor in the reality that the demand for purebred pets is what fuels the puppy mill industry. And if you think that getting a pet from a pet store or a licensed breeder guarantees that it didn't come from a puppy mill, think again. Organizations like the Humane Society have run dozens of exposés showing how even the most legitimate-looking establishments can still be selling animals that came from facilities with truly horrible conditions. Experts say that if a newborn animal is sold super young, doesn't come with all their shots, or comes from a facility that offers multiple breeds, doesn't keep them with their mother, and doesn't want you to visit, chances are that's a mill. That said, adopting a shelter pet is not without its risks. Granted, most shelters will make sure that your new companion is fixed, chipped, and has all their shots for a fraction of what you pay for a purebred. Hell, a lot of shelter pets are purebred. The two are not mutually exclusive. Some shelters will even help you if you're looking for a specific breed. And while many shelter pets were raised in loving homes that simply underwent changes that made them unable to care for the animal, others have had to endure horrible abuse and neglect. Helping an animal recover from that trauma can be extremely rewarding, but it is definitely not easy. And if you much prefer having a pet who is specifically bred for you, there are ethical breeders who care deeply for their animals and perform genetic testing to try and ensure the well-being of your new friend. At the end of the day, though, it's all about what works best for you, for your family, and decreases the likelihood that you'll have to give the animal back. I personally have helped raise both a purebred and a rescue dog, and they were both the best companions that someone could possibly want. And no matter how you decide to expand your family, you still can and should donate to your local animal shelter, petition to make it a no-kill shelter if it isn't already, and help spread the word about how people can avoid purchasing from mills. So kick back with your fur baby, relax, and enjoy another fun video.
If there's any topic out there that's got you scratching your head and you're too scared to ask, you should totally send it our way. Tweet using the hashtag #QuickQuestion or email us at questions@brainjoltmedia.com. Don't forget to follow us, and remember, quick questions don't always have quick answers.